Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to the Monaco Gaming Show. We are live with our kill farm currently going on. We are over an hour in and we've seen some of the best players in Warzone go to work and try to deliver on everything that has been happening. I am Bryce, and I'm here, of course, Enigma. How are you?
I'm very good. It's been an interesting first hour. We've had high kill games. We've had some not high kill games. We've had Krampus and a little bit of everything in between, from great decision making to some questionable bits. No doubt that will continue to come through for the next 2 hours. And as we have found out, as we work through this, there are, of course, plenty of bonus points as well. So it's not just about the kills. Whilst this is a kill farm, there's plenty to pick up. There's also those bonus points where you finish in the lobby and then your coefficients.
Yeah, 100%. It's a little bit of maths that has to be done for some of these players, of course. And I think at the moment, it's just get as many kills as possible, not worry about the lobby. Obviously, we'll be working out the maths on our end to make the lobbies as fair as possible and find out who walks away with the lion's share of the €10,000 prize pool. We certainly have some big names in this tournament. Of course, all of our qualified teams, the 30 we have collected along the way, but our 19 creators who are starting to see signs of life from Enigma.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen quite a bit of Kaiser and Pentagon and co. We haven't had opportunities to spot out Jukies yet, but he is in the tournament. So obviously that should be a huge name to anyone. I mean, UK and US, he's made plenty of noise around, but especially the UK side. And I do wonder who he's jumped on in with. So yeah, you're right. We've got ourselves those 30 players that Kagoonin and others that have really fried over this week and proven why they deserve to be here. And then a bunch of huge names invited in. So yeah, lots and lots of talent on show for us to watch over these next hour and 50 minutes as we see sides continue to go hell for leather.
Yeah, we certainly do, of course. While we've been away from the air, of course, the games are still ongoing, and we'll jump back into them in, well, right now. We'll have a look straight back on this one. It's just Lyra. We actually saw earlier some very, very good work coming out of, and seeing a significant amount of, well, I gotta say, it was incredible shots with the combat shotgun and the M1 Grand.
Yeah, definitely. We saw him put up some absolute numbers over an airfield with those weapons that we were slandering and then proved us wrong. So don't listen to us, listen to... And oh my God, Bryce, we're hearing jingle bells again. As she slides and picks up two. And oh, dearie me, get out of there.
Teleporting Krampus. Trying to stay alive, trying not to incur its wrath. And I think it's just a little bit of a hop, skip, and get out of here. We don't really want to be in any more trouble than we're currently in.
No. The thing is, with this circle, it's pulled into such a weird area here. There's so many different crevices. There are still a couple of teams around and teammates just dealing with things. And you know what? This is a very busy end circle period. But the thing is, you've got to be careful about where you push to from here, because if you end up going down, we all know how the rock faces are. If you end up pushing down the hill and trying to come back up, you might not be guaranteed any entry.
Yeah, and they have no real reason to push down now either. Well, the circle's still in with them. If anything, they're probably going to be looking at this buy station and figuring out, is there anybody else here we can steal a little bit more cash from?
Sniper in hand here for Laria. We've questioned the snipers so far. We have seen a couple of shots hit today, but generally speaking, they haven't been incredibly effective across Caldera. But yeah, just swing and a miss. Oh, a good shot.
Big finish as well. I know more players are in the area. Needs to probably reload. Doesn't matter. Gonna miss that shot. Teammates now going to be moving in as well. I suspect this is going to be a push now with an SMG. They're going for it. You can see Floozy trying to get into a good position at the moment to make sure that they can get either another down or worry about who's here as well. But no, it doesn't matter. Going to get that first buy-in straight away. They know there's still more players in the area, though.
You can hear the communication. Obviously, I can't fully understand it, but you can... Oh, these gas canisters. Oh, no.
Oh, it worked! Unfortunately, it looks like another team jumped in. Oh no, they got all the way around. There's an end. There's an end. And that is a team wipe completely. Do they have anything in the gulag? No, it doesn't look like it. They're going to have to leave this lobby, Laria. That's the end of their run for this time.
Yeah, I think just very briefly, we saw that she and her team will finish 5th, which will give them 2 bonus points, but it's got to be so frustrating knowing that you were so close there towards getting yourself deeper into that lobby. I thought that the play with the gas canister was incredibly creative, but unfortunately the blast there, I mean, the setup for it and maybe the execution just not working out as someone sneaks on around the back and cleans them up. And we're on board with a side that we did see during our qualifiers, Bryce. This is the 4GI squad that we got to see so much of. They had some insanely huge games, and if I remember right, they also had a couple where they were a little bit quieter.
Well, today they don't want any of those quiet games. They have to just put full pedal to the metal and make sure that they can compete with the best that there is. Everybody else here has deserved their spot. And right now it's time to prove it. See, looking for this big game bounty. Look at this player around the corner. There's the bar banging away. That player's going to go down. That should be the advanced UAV as well. And there it comes in. No players in the area. And while they're going hunt for new players, I'll just have a quick thank you to all the partners here at the Monaco Gaming Show. Intel, Magnum, Blazer, Hyperice, Telus, NRJ, Melty, Esports Insider, Rico Bono, and Nicecactus, of course, with a big shout out to Activision as well for allowing us to run this tournament.
Yeah, as we see, and this is one of those difficult spots where 4GI have to be super careful here. You are dealing with so much elevation. That ball will bang out, and it does hit hard, but you have to hit the shots with it. As you can see, actually, I think Cabron and J2O, we still never really fully learned how to say that name, but they have got around, and I think that they've swarmed whoever Warren was worried about.
Yeah, now they're making the way up here. Obviously, advanced UAV has disappeared. There's a buy station nearby. They can obviously go find it again. That bar doing some serious work. Just trying to get the right angle for it. Fighting up the cliffs is never very good, and that is a sniper rifle he just took in the chest. Does think he needs to have to reposition his teammates. I don't think they're in a position to help him either. You can see they need to get a little bit closer, or we could be saying goodbye to Warren 4G.
We could, and he's currently carrying 26k in cash as well, which wouldn't be bad. The thing is, he's burning through plates down to final 3. You don't want to keep bobbing up and down, and this is now down to the last. So you just don't want to take this gunfight from here. You want your teammates to swarm. They will clean it up. You got to wonder what level of cost or what level of investment. Actually, there's a buy station just ahead. We've just seen Laria and her squad go down here. It is a little bit of a trap coming up this hill, but as long as if you get up there to this building, to that buy station, you should be, and I say should with quoted commas, but you should be okay to see this one out from here.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I will say this, right? I was thinking about it earlier, the way that the dynamic has changed because of the new rules. Essentially, if you did watch any of the qualifiers here, at this point in the game, the debate would always be, is it worth spending all of this time finding a few players, or is it worth jumping back in? Because here's the thing, like, this game could end in like 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes, right? We're not that near the actual final circle.
Yeah,
and you would see teams that either like just ruthlessly hunt teams down because you had to be super aggressive if you understand the lobby, or occasionally back out and think it's not even worth it. Now it is worth it. For every placement you get, there are actual lobby points available. So you are playing for the win every single time now. It's even worth playing for the win in most scenarios.
Yeah, no, definitely. And with the coefficient points as well, you might just get yourself a handy chunk of points per kill on top. So it might, you've spotted out one person, it might just well be worth hunting them down and investing that time. Whereas you're completely correct in the qualifiers, it totally wasn't. Here, pushing across, I believe Warren is quite a distance away from his teammates, so basically on the opposite side. There's a car coming in nearby, but if anything, to a level to these players who are currently hunting for every kill, that's just welcome noise. But yeah, I was about to say, have you spotted the person on top here, on top of the skis? Just gonna have to be careful.
Well,
teammates. Oh, no.
At the moment, we see Warren goes a bit of a run. Fortunately, a ton of money to get his teammates back in. Obviously, has to get here before the gas comes in, but the gas mask will be a bit of a benefit. Here's the question: if you buy both of these back in, you can technically drop a loadout for them. I wonder if that's what he'll do.
Gotta be concerned about noise.
He's grab the loadout.
Oh, you gotta be concerned here, Bryce. Everyone is gonna know you're here right now.
Those players come back in. There goes the loadout. Here comes the UAV. Literally spent $26,000 to try and regain into this lobby.
Let's get through your cash in 60 seconds. Warren going for the achievement there as he flies on up just to buy his teammates time, provide them a little bit of cover. He also has an abundance of plates here that he could perhaps spare for his teammates because they are going to be running low, and you don't want it to be a scenario where you're the only person able to take more than one gunfight.
By the way, this is the the slopes of peak. Yeah, I was trying to think of a nicer way to say it, but it's not. It's just horrible.
Yeah,
it really is horrible.
He knows one person's up there, and it will tap, tap, tap away. But the thing is, he's doing some serious damage, Bryce, but nothing finishing. You see the second player dive off there. But there is another squad around, so you've got to clean this up quickly, otherwise you're risking getting swarmed and third-partied.
It looks like, I mean, now they've managed to get kind of the upper half of the slope. It's not too bad. The other issue with fighting in here is it's all ridge lines. So you're only ever going to really see in long-range gunfights, or you should really only see, I should say, like the tops of people's heads. It shouldn't be an easy place to fight in, but it looks like they're going aggressive here. You can see the three-pronged assault coming in from them. They know it's a 3 versus 2. Looking for that player down the slope, desperately trying to figure out. We're all converging. Sun's going out. These players are not in a good way. Not in a good way. They're now looking for the very last one.
Makes me wonder where on earth he's been. Precision strike coming on in. Oh, is he out in the gas? I think he might be out in the gas. He is. He was. Okay, he was just chilling out there and hoping for the best. So 4GI picked themselves up a win. And just to remind you guys, this team came on in through in our third qualifier, finished 4th in the end. The reason I mentioned about some of how they would have some incredibly high kill games, some incredibly low kill games. At the end of that qualifier, they technically finished 4th with 264 points, which is a good 33 above the cutoff point at top 10. However, at points, they were well and truly leading the whole thing, and then at other points, they looked out of it completely. So, although it ended up not being too scary in the end, you get to these finals, and we spoke about it a little bit earlier, it's no longer, you need to do better than top 10.
Yeah, you certainly do, and I don't know, I think for some of these teams, with the changes to the lobby boards, I think it's always, like 12 points to win the lobby. It's huge. Here's the way I'm thinking about it. Essentially, the amount of kills you can get a game, if you say it varies for a good game, between 30 and 50 at the maximum, right? I know there are outliers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a full game of Warzone could take anything from like 25 to 30 minutes. So you're looking at, on a positive, about something in the range of like a kill or a kill and a half a minute, right? That's roughly on pace for some of the best games we're going to see today. Winning the game it could be anywhere from 12 to 15 minutes worth of Warzone play. So it just seems to me very, very efficient, especially if you're picking up kills while you're on the way to that win, to get those full Ws. And like I said, it has changed it. And considering there's still decent points for second and third, and that's the way I'm now theorizing about how these players should be looking at it. The maths of what they are going to be trying to achieve, the amount of effort you put in to get these kills. If you win the game, you essentially get like an extra 15 minutes of time worth of kills, which just seems massive because you can get like 4 or 5 of those in this session.
Yeah, no, 100%.
If you're lucky, I suppose. It can be a bit difficult to get them that many, but we are talking about the very best Warzone players. Yeah,
or at least we should be. Like, these boys should definitely be, able to put up some serious figures where it all ends up adding up to being worth it and being brought back in here. We've got another Historia side in front of us. But yeah, 100%. These players, it does change the dynamic considerably as well, because do you start to see more survivability come into play because of that, instead of it just being pedal to the metal and straight to it? And we spoke about, whether or not teams would bring differences to their gameplay. So far, we've just seen a lot of high-pace action. But some of the decisions that are going on, okay, well, there are 3 teams, but do we just kind of wait and let them shoot at each other first, not worry so much about us getting to them before they touch each other and maximizing kill efficiency, and instead just playing for those extra 15 points? Because as you said, that adds up to a lot of essentially bonus time.
Yeah, it really does. And considering the juggernauts we have in this tournament, like you have to basically eke out every single little bit of an advantage. Especially, right, if you consider it in a more difficult lobby, you might not even get that many kills. Even with the coefficient helping you out, 12 lobby points is still going to be 12 lobby points, right? It's still going to be a very decent chunk regardless. Oh, that's brutal. It's just brutal.
Well, if you didn't know for whatever reason that he had hit someone, the sound effect gave that away entirely. And whoever this is, I mean, good effort, buddy, but down you go. Yeah, that was kind of brutal. But a high bounty kill comes in, and look at the advanced UAV. Immediately just lets them spring, and oh no, that was a Krampus. Hopped on over and spotting squad here, and I think that Prims has just done something massive. You heard the players collectively gasp there. I think Prims has just saved their lobby because they're in a really good spot. Lots of money, lots of kit. I mean, Spartan himself's on 9 kills. God knows what his teammates are on, but this side were doing all right earlier as well. So if you start to chain solid lobbies together, we've seen how quickly you can amass massive amounts of points. So Prims are there. Definitely owed one by his squad, as I'm assuming Spartan here is going for the buy.
Yeah, I think so. Straight back in with the teammate. Don't need to really drop a load out here. Oh, you have plenty of spare cash, so maybe. I think that's what they're talking about now. What exactly are you dropping into this lobby? Spent an awful lot of cash there very, very quickly. And I don't know where all of it went. Did he pick up I can't see because the camera's in the way. But I was thinking, did they pick up a loadout there or not? I don't think they did. It does make me wonder.
I know my Apple went down, so and goes down again and will die, and
back to the buy.
Yeah, this is where the cash is going, Bryce. Just funneling it into teammate revives. That'll be frustrating. You can sell as well. Like, this is one of those moments where the other two teammates are kind of like, okay, we want to get on a roll here. We want to get on a roll. And Mayapo here just needs to stay up a little bit longer and allow his teammates to get steamrolling. It is difficult when you come back in and you also want to get involved, but you haven't got the best kit and gear. You're trying to essentially steal it off people. I think Mayapo is just going to land on Primza.
You're going to ask yourself, you know, maybe there are players that you need to go hunt down. I am a little bit confused on not calling in the advanced. Essentially, like, you have the opportunity to call in an advanced here and then start racking around with the fire sale and everything. And then you obviously get the big game bounty contracts. You can basically have an advance for most of the game. And in kill farmings, that's what you need.
Yeah, I mean, in the qualifiers, 1000% agreed with you, Bryce. I think that, you know, without a doubt, just keep spending the cash, burn through it, whatever you want. We saw people saving money in solos. They're wild. We see that these guys are currently on a 32, which is pretty good considering how many people are left, but Prims has just gone down elsewhere. So it looks like Spartan's just going to have to, all that money that he had a moment ago is just going to teammate revives. And to be fair, here I 99% agree with you. The one decision that I can understand them saving any cash for is for that late game survivability for the bonus points. But even still, we are at a point where you've still got quite a while to go before you get to those bonus points. If you want to make sure you get to them, an advanced UAV is surely the best way to go about it.
Yeah, you'd think so, right? Like, just keep on moving. And again, right, you talk about efficiency for it. The advanced UAV, yeah, you spend an awful lot of money on it, but they should be able to regain that on this game by essentially killing more players. Let other players loot the money for you, then you take their loot and move forward with it as well. But at the moment, I think this has not been the most aggressive of lobbies for them. They obviously got a lot of kills early. The circle's pulled away from them. They haven't been able to find people and having to kind of regain and get their player back in multiple times in a trot. As well as I don't really see any big game bounties for them.
Nope. No, and is there at least a normal contract bounty? I don't think so. So these rock faces always. But at least the UAV is going to say, okay, so there's one player up here at least. Although you do have to be wary of the fact that, you know, is anyone ghosted around here? Keep your wits about you at all times. And Krampus is coming after the boys, so about to be met with some serious festive cheer.
I think it's also interesting. None of these players are really bothering to take him on a lot of the time. Like, they're not trying to shred him down and actually wipe him, because it is difficult. Like, you have to be in a good position. The other part is you can make a lot of noise and you can be rolled up with a third party. And a lot of the time they're spending basically just trying to be another team's face.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, Yeah, we saw how much damage. We've seen from the Twitter clips how much damage this guy takes. Seriously, packs a punch as well. And Spartan Cat walks up on this one as he was doing something and deals with it. But I think, although that may be Krampus on the UAV behind him, Snowball comes on in. He's going to have to slide out of there. Unfortunately, as much as you would like to think, oh, Spartan, you've got away. Congrats, son. Krampus can teleport, so he might just roll up behind you. But I love this.
Big fight. Got to be careful, though. Massively outnumbered here. Really wants every single kill. Got to stand there. Oh, no, cluster strike. Now he's going to have to push him down as well. Looking for this play with the MP40. Going up the top. Sees one already, but there are multiple players in there. Does somehow get that first one and gets out of it. Has to now get these plates back in. Oh, it's being chased. He's being chased. Somebody right behind him. I'm sure we just saw somebody on the screen. Doesn't matter. They're running around. That cluster strike's going on. He's now going to go for another attack. Oh, no. Sorry, that's not Krampus we've just heard. MG82 going out there. Will eventually be taken down. Self-revive in the pocket, but I don't think they're going to let him do it. Oh, no. Krampus is near as well. This is a disaster scenario.
I'm so confused by what is going on. I think Krampus, yeah. No, he made a fantastic play there at one point. He was pretty much outgunned and just bunny hopped onto the stair railing, essentially, next to him to his left. That's not an easy jump to land under gunfire. Manages to pull it off, and it gives him a kill at least. So he did a lot right there, just unfortunately falls because, well, friendly Santa is all over his back, and he will go down. And you've got to think as well, like that, their game is going very well. If they manage to see themselves through to those end stages for the bonus points and whatever kills they rack up, that could have been an absolutely massive game. So you can see you can understand the frustration written across the faces of the players as we jump back in now with Kagoon in. We've seen for a little bit, but still racking up serious numbers. I feel like every time we're on this guy, he has double-digit figures. Every time, no matter what stage of the lobby.
Yeah, they're certainly playing incredibly well at the moment. They are not kind of relaxing at any point into this one. And you are right, doing a very, very good game so far. And that will pay out dividends. I'm just trying to figure out where they actually are in the leaderboard. I haven't seen them in a little while. Obviously, it doesn't update as quickly as we might like, but it does update. And last time we saw him was basically going for it mad. Like, so currently 9th, but it says only 53 kills. I feel like that's their first game. Currently leading is the USA with Omega, Skullface, and Hisocat. They currently got a points fair play of 136.80. Next up is USA x UK, which is Curry, Bubble, and Flang. They're 128 points, so they are currently leading Enigma.
Yes, and just to clarify, the system here is that, yes, you do get your points for your kills, but also you get those bits of bonuses depending on how difficult your lobbies are. So, yeah, we can see here. But the thing is, it's one of those where because we don't get the instant updates, you just don't know, do you? As they actually try and see here, they're trying to take on Krampus as he try and teleports absolutely everywhere. Can they kill him, though? It would be the first time we've seen that this evening. Krampus wants none of it. Straight dips out of there. I don't speak French, but I think that means you survived Krampus, so maybe they got rid of it.
Yeah, they did. They were gunning it down.
Okay, so they managed to do enough to get rid of him and just push on with their afternoon. The best bit about that is that, like you said, you can make a lot of noise, so other teams then roll up on you and third-party you, essentially. They dealt with it quickly. I feel like they just kind of isolated themselves for a sec. All right, buddy, come here. Let's get rid of you, and then we can roll on with our afternoon. Down into the teen figures now for the amount that's left, and this team is surely going to be on at least 20, pushing 30. Really good game again.
Yeah, they're just continually upping the tempo, and they're basically playing it the way we've kind of theorized is the most efficient. UAV to team, and a big game bounties along the way, and that's probably why they're going so aggressive. They know they have to make up on the leaderboard and get into these players as fast as possible. And speaking of as fast as possible, just a shout out to one of our partners here, Magnum. It's the pleasure before everything. It's even the brand for pleasure. They have joined the Monaco Gaming Show adventure, and they are happy to be here. They're talking about a break between two games. You can order your ice cream on Uber Eats. So that's one of our partners for this one. We'll talk about the others a little bit later on. We've still plenty of time left in this kill race, and Kingwin seems to be enjoying himself as well.
He is indeed, and he's going to find plenty of pleasure as he racks up yet another kill. Now on to 17. His teammates aren't slowing down either. As you watch Entrepreneur Geek there, even hits the snipe at some point throughout all of this. So whoever this other team is, they are getting absolutely pieced to bits. Someone's trying to flee in a car, and they'll probably be fine with that. Yeah, whatever, son. We're just going to roll on to the next team who are just below us at a buy station. So you can see, look at Entrepreneur Geek fly over. So it's like something out of a Michael Bay movie as these boys just descend on whoever's next.
Well, they are pretty much every time I look at them, by the way, like every time we've jumped on board with them and every single time in this game, all they are doing is basically sprinting full speed at the next dot on the radar. And Kingwin, you know, I think he dropped 27 last game, Enigma. This time he's already on pace to do it again. Another player going down. That's getting completely and totally shredded. And also using incendiary rounds. I don't know if it's as efficient as it could be, but he seems to be making them work.
Oh, he does indeed, and that was very pretty. I think, you know, I looked over to his chat there, clipped that. That one was lovely. The one thing I will say about the incendiary rounds in order to justify it is in trios, you at least have it so that you're delaying that recovery and it gives your teammate that permanent advantage in the gunfight. Even if you get hit first, if you return some fire, you're slowing down anyone that could come back at you because of the increased time damage effectively over time. And I don't know. It's working for this guy. Like, you are right. I don't think I've seen this guy take a breath yet. Some kind of super soldier around the map at all times. And you can see his teammates are just constantly trying to keep up as well. Don't get me wrong, they're doing a fantastic job, but when does this guy stop?
Stun goes out, and there's that player is stunned, trying to find the player through the foliage. There's that player, gets that on fire, get taken out. That's 21 now. Already only 3 teams left here for Kingwin as they go for another win and another huge batch of kill points.
I think one of the things as well that really impresses me about how aggressive this guy is I think with Caldera, partly with it being new, but also because of the amount of foliage and so on, some teams are a little bit more cautious. They're just a little bit more, I don't know if I want to chase through that because I can't fully see what's on the other side. This guy doesn't care. It could be a bush. It could be a palm tree. It doesn't matter. He's going through it. He's absolutely rocking and rolling. Oh, but he's going to take damage here and dips and slides and he's going to get picked off. Can his teammates then finish this one off and give them those all-important bonus points?
Well, that's what they want here at this point. When you're this late in the game, you've had such a good game as well. You desperately want to get this win. You can already see them playing for it. Entrepreneur Geek is left alone. There are 5 other players going for a bit of a push. Looking for it. Stun flying out behind him. Tries to get it. Goes for it. Gets the bounce back as well. That player's going to be eliminated. Now only got 4 more to kill. He's going to go for the revive. It's not going to be good enough. He failed. Gonna be upset, trying to get it. Could have called his teammates back in, but that is a huge score gained by the brief look at the board I had there. At least 40. I don't know how many Entrepreneur had when he died.
No, I'm not sure, but I do think it was into the teens, so likely pushing a mid-50s game. That's absolutely absurd. They will get the 5 bonus points for third, but you could hear from whoever shouted, and it might have been Entrepreneur Geek himself, they really, oh my goodness me, Elf has given us a visit during this friendly stream. What? Okay.
No, skin for Krampus, that's what it is. Just that's how it feels like. Krampus just constantly behind you.
Well, that might become reality soon enough, with their luck.
Well, while we're waiting to see with everything going on, I have been reliably informed this is our current leader of our kill farm. They will be trying to keep that lead going ahead, considering some of the best games we've seen so far from everybody. And right now, trying to regain by the look of it, either waiting for that first loadout drop, which I suspect is why he's floating. And once they get that, they'll probably start that engine back up again and be efficient. Oh, he's gone. He's picked somewhere. He knows there's some players here. There's actually going to be players on this buy station. He doesn't have any good guns, though.
Well, Ahsoka doesn't care. Whatever he's happy to run with, it will be an STG straight out of the box, so that's not bad. But you only have 1 mag in order to make something work here. You need to find yourself some ammo, realistically, because 1 mag won't serve you well. If you're by yourself, you definitely need more. And then, okay, there is a refill ammo station. Didn't realize that was there. So Ahsoka here, ready to take on whoever it was that he was hunting down straight off the bat. But that's the kind of confidence and aggression that we wanted to see, right, Bryce? We didn't want to see these teams take it slow and easy and set themselves up for too long. Just go for it, see what you can get.
Yeah, they have to. Here's the thing. It sounds like an awful long time, 3 hours, but when you've got other teams breathing down your neck and you know they're going to be putting up a big game, if you have 10, 15 minutes, you can find out the other teams have like 20 kills in that time. Like, oh, God, suddenly our lead's completely evaporated. But That player has gone down. Hisoka will be having to respawn once again. Skullface also goes down. Amiga's being hit. They're trying to get the self-revives in. That looks like a team wipe. They're going to the Gulag. I think only Amiga has it. They're actually going to leave game. They're not even going to do the Gulag. They've decided to just chalk that lobby and go into a next one. And that's everything we were talking about as well. We said, you know, it's not always worth staying in these lobbies if you can't get anything going.
100%. I'm not sure what happened there for a second. I thought it came up saying that Hisoka had been brought back in, but for whatever reason, and that is very bright, for whatever reason, it didn't end up coming on through. Maybe just caught on the bar himself. But yeah, the thing is, they're the team out in front. And okay, we tuned in there and again, it doesn't necessarily go well, but you do start to ask yourself, you know, when you're playing through these, no doubt you're checking the leaderboard, seeing how well you're doing. Does it start to get a bit mind gamey once you start to get to later in this and you're leading? You know that the target is on your back, you're the one setting the bar, and everyone else is after you.
Yeah. I suppose that is the benefit here, and the thing is, I feel like even, you know, when you're leading these lobbies, it's just you're only ever like half an hour away from losing. It's only like, if you remember the last qualifier we did with the trios, I felt like there was like what, 2 teams that managed to get away with it. We knew they were guaranteed. Everybody else was fighting tooth and nail to try and get as high up on the leaderboard as possible. And I feel like that's going to be the scenario here. You know, it's essentially like, I don't feel like a lot of these players will bother looking at the scoreboard because it's not going to do anything. You know, if you're in a kill race, essentially like the old 2v2s, then yeah, you can figure out exactly what you need to do to win. Here, it doesn't benefit you because you're not going to go, oh, well, let's play slower or let's change our tactic. It's, we need to have massive games every single time regardless. So, I don't know. I feel like these players just got to dial in, really, especially now we're coming into the second half of our kill farm as well, and we're jumping to the Gulag.
Yeah, Sosik there. Funny moment as he goes down. He was only a tiny bit of health alive. Was getting shot at for quite some time. Watches the kill feed and realizes the player shooting at him from somewhere else couldn't have hit the wide side of a barn, but just gets one lucky bullet in. So, but yeah, going back to what you were saying around you're only half an hour away from losing at any point. Just to provide an example of that, when we were watching that third qualifier, NDB and Teenage Ninja Goblins were running away with it for forever. We just stopped really talking about them because they were so far ahead of everything. We were focused on the rest of the fight. But in that last hour, somewhere within that last hour period, Teenage Ninja Goblins slowed up so much that they end up finishing 80 points behind NDB and in 5th place overall. So you are right. At any point, this can go completely up in the air for anybody playing this. You would hope that they would manage to keep up and keep hunting things down, but that's easier said than done. And as they try and deal with Krampus here, get him off of you. Goodness me.
Going to need his teammates to just completely and totally fill that thing full of bullets. If you're going to try and take it down, you have to just focus it. Obviously, one of the biggest issues with that is that other teams are going to know you're here as well. Another clip going back into it. They could probably draw him here on the outside. Krampus will be following very, very shortly. And I think they're running because there's another team coming forward. There we go. He's going to try and take it down again. Another clip gone into it. There's a teleport from it.
Oh, God, you can hear the roars and the screams and the snowballs are coming on out of everywhere. And is that enough? Did they do enough? I don't think so, because the notification hasn't come up yet. And here we go again. Just got to get rid of it at this point. Throw the gas canister at him. Oh, wait. Throw it. Oh my God, this is
such a long fight to take down Krampus as well. And this is the issue people have been having. Like, essentially, you're looking at a big blue killing machine. It slows you down. It causes noise. You're having to put in so many resources coming through. Eventually, they have got rid of Krampus. No real benefit for it, as far as I know. I don't think that. Did they get some cash for it?
I think so. Yeah, I think they actually got quite a lot of cash from it.
Yeah, but even then, like, think of all that's just gone on for them. Like, if another team was here, they would be dead. Yeah. They've used all their ammunition. They've had to basically stop going for kills the entire time. Should be at least an advanced UAV as well, I think. I think you get an advanced UAV, a loadout drop, and a ton of cash for taking down a basically indestructible monster that will hunt you down and teleport.
Yeah, like, it could have gone worse for them, obviously. But when you're in this scenario, you're playing in one of these tournaments where you're just trying to be as ruthless and efficient as possible, spending your drop, the first 5 minutes, essentially, in what is usually a busy area, cleaning up this angry Santa. You definitely, it's not ideal for sure. And you know, they get through it as good as you could hope, but thankfully you've still got quite a long lobby left to go. But it's one of those. Would you rather that situation happen somewhere towards the middle, or because at the start you land airfield, you're just looking for kills?
Yeah, it does slow you down, and I don't know. I just that was like a scenario that we'll probably only see once or twice. I don't think most teams are going to try and defeat it. They'll just try and play around it or keep away, because I've seen it like appear in like one of the last circles. I thought he was going to try and jump in there, and he's going to go down as well. Fortunately, they got an awful lot of money from defeating Krampus and the Gulag, so they're not in the worst. Oh my goodness, just literally got brought back in straight away, and they're going to go straight for this one again. And you can see they've called out, I believe that's going to be a player's body, or at least some a crate maybe that was dropped here. I don't know why there's multiple precision airstrikes, but I suppose that'll have to do.
Yeah, as his teammates try and push up, and surely now just get back to your body, get whatever you had, and try and kill the players that were around there. I actually thought he got the gunfight slightly wrong. I mean, obviously he's a better player than me, so for me to criticize that is something, but he took the initial gunfight, cracks the player, does a great job, but then kind of slid out into an exposed area whilst trying to shoot up, and yeah, just ends up paying for it. And another example really of the level these boys have to play at, because any decision that you get wrong can be easily punished in Warzone. All of us who play it know that, and yet they still rack up insane kill figures. Gasmask, you do want that.
Yeah.
And someone's yawning. Someone's yawning, Bryce.
Looks like obviously it is the calm before the storm as they try to get into another big fight here on the stream in the kill race. Obviously, it looks like Airfield's a little bit tapped out, but while we're waiting for them to engage into their next targets, let's talk about another partner here we have at the Monaco Gaming Show, Blazer. Blazer is a streaming service allowing users to watch video clips on demand through the devices, mobiles, and PC, as well as Hyperice, a suite of products designed to relieve tension, unlock sore muscles, and prime your body and mind to be at their best. So you can always find the simple fun in doing what you love even more. So it looks like they're getting to another fight here, and you can see there is a few streaks coming in as well as a Carbo. Looks like we've jumped perspective.
This guy wouldn't happen to be from Canada by any chance. One-man army here. Apparently they are 6th currently in our leaderboard. Although when this next updates after the next game, I wonder how high they're going to have climbed as 2 more kills come on through here. I can't make out the names right now, but there's a great start off here with 6 kills already for this individual, and then 2. And no doubt his teammates are going to have a couple in the pocket. And Airfield, this isn't the start. No way. This is medium time, and I wonder if the circle is just slowly pulling them all south. We've seen it once today, and that circle is pulling everything down from peak towards the bottom end of this map. And you've seen how that can work out. If you just patrol those areas where people are going to be floating in from, you can rack yourself up some nice kills for free, essentially.
Well, looks like they're going in towards a fight now. There's a bounty here at the same time. That truck is that's not designed to go that way. You see that they're looking for these players here. They know they're in this area. You saw on the UAV that has stopped. There was an offer, at least 1 team, maybe 2, still alive. They're looking for it now, looking for this player. I thought that player went underneath him. Trying to get this bounty first by the look of it. Not the easiest place to dig players out of. There's an awful lot of kind of hidey holes they can find, and already gonna have a few plates ripped off of them.
Oh, Gunzy loses his fight. And Casper here just trying to provide some cover over the top. Gunzy will get the self-revive in, but will anyone push that on through? And unfortunately, the angle's just completely against him. You can't really provide cover if you don't know where it's coming up from. Take balls to the back.
Somehow that player went down. It's a self-revive off.
They trade?
I don't know, but... Oh, no! And they are not happy. Not happy. I wonder if that other player managed to get that self-revive up a little bit quicker. You can already see the fight continuing to go on. At the moment, it's a 20-kill game.
Yeah, lots of people left in the lobby, so definitely opportunity, but that was one of the wildest gunfights I think I've ever seen. They somehow both trade. What I assume is that Casper dropped the opponent he was shooting at, and then he was dropped from behind, and both players get the self-revive and essentially duke it out, but Casper will lose. The thing is here, you're floating back in, and I don't know if your teammates are going to be anywhere nearby. So what are you doing? Are you just trying to get your stuff and dip out, or are you going to brazenly play for this this bounty?
This is dangerous. It's not. You're not quiet when flying in. I don't know if that was the right call. You're not near your teammates. You're not quiet when you fly in. The fighting hasn't really stopped. And it's not like you're out of the way here. It's not like you had a fight on the fringes of it. There's literally a full-blown war going on at airfield.
Yeah, brazen was a kind word, but it didn't work. It didn't work. He's back in again. Is he going to attempt this? Try number 3, third time lucky perhaps, but he's approaching it a bit more cautiously. A noise came through about a kill, but I don't think anything actually happened there. And yeah, you can at least play scout for your teammate, but as you rightly said, Bryce, there's a war going on here. There's several teams, there's a bounty, there's all sorts happening. There's only 30 seconds left on that bounty, by the way.
He's gonna do it again. We just saw a player right next to him as well. The loot's not even that good. He's trying to get his actual loot back. Has managed to finally get everything here, but no spare plates.
He didn't want that.
Okay, needs to get that down, by the way. Desperately needs to get plates in here before he tries to engage into this fight. You can hear everything going around. He's desperately trying to stay alive, already being shot up. This is a very, very aggressive play. Player coming to him now. Managed to get that first one at the same time. Has to get more plates in. He knows he's being chased. This is a very, very aggressive start. Recklessly so in some cases.
Yeah, high risk, high reward for sure. I don't think that bounty ends up coming through, by the way. I got to give it to the guy. His movement was on point. Lots of slide cancels in there. Dips, dodges, dives, manages to stay up. Now trying to provide cover for the teammate. It takes a snipe in the backside. Trinitos, I'm going to say is the name, is just going to have to be careful here because, as well, that gas is encroaching on these two. And the thing is here, if you know you've got players one side, you know that Casper just got shot from behind. Behind you is completely open space, so you got to be careful there.
Oh, trying to get up to survive. It does have a gas mask, so could play the gas here. I would suspect that would be the play. Play the gas. It gives you a little bit of cover, not an awful lot, but it might allow them to get across this massive open stretch of runway they now have to. Actually going to be fighting in the gas. Long range fight's going down. We'll be able to get that one and try to get out of this eventually. Out of it as well. A decent run as well, I think they've got to go.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure as well that there might have been another squad over this side. You've got about 1,000 windows looking back at you. You've got to be careful. Burn through all of your plates. Okay, you can scoop those on the route through, but you're right, Bryce. They've got a hike on their hands, and all the way through, they could come across anyone who is essentially perched up and waiting to gatekeep anybody into that circle.
I just said they missed a big game bounty there as well. They can look to get their teammate back in. You can already see the ping come in for it. 140 so meters away. It will require a slight diversion. He will have to cut back on himself ever so slightly once he gets up these ridges to call the player back in. And you also see on the mini-map, I think, I don't know, they haven't got UAV up, but I think they might be all right. There shouldn't be anyone here, but it's Caldera. People could be all around the bushes because it's a buy zone.
Yeah. As you said that sentence, you completely realized that this is Caldera and someone can just hunker down in the nearest foliage for sure, but me will come on in. I think he's just trying to play scout for now, and it looks like they've spotted a bounty out, so that's where they're going to go to next. And this circle really has pulled all the way down and off to the right, fighting down in this southeast quadrant of the map. And I don't think I've seen too many circles finish this way. And oh dear, Campus is back.
It's just not what you want to see when you feel like you're probably finally in a good position and you've basically been through the mixer at airfield and had to survive it over and over again. And now Krampus turns up just to ruin your day. The only benefit being is that they aren't currently in a gunfight. If they really wanted to here, they could try and focus fire him down and then move on.
They could. And there is a chunk of cash available to them that could then allow them to at least go UAV shopping. But I'm going to flick on over back to Sorsic and Co. And I'm not going to lie. Uninspiring kill numbers top right. Only 5 here on Sorsic as he attempts to get his stuff back from whatever happened before, and you're pushing the later stages of a lobby now, and Krampus is here. You do have the free self revive there. Yep, goes back and grabs it, but no. I hope his teammates have had a better game, because otherwise this has not been the most profitable lobby.
No, it hasn't, unfortunately. And the other part is, fire sale ongoing. You don't even have the money to get an advanced up. That's usually one of the biggest things you do during this. Self-revive's obviously a big benefit, and being able to get away and fight another day, I suppose. The benefit being, at this point, we're going into fourth circle, is you can try and play for the end game. And that's why I think the lobby points are so valuable. You've not had a great game so far, right? You've spent probably, 10 minutes, 15 minutes in this lobby at the moment. If you get the win, it kind of helps your average a little bit. Like, it basically makes it a more profitable game for you.
No, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm going to hold out hope that his teammates have done slightly better and that they're at around 20 kills or so. But if you then go on from here, pick up maybe a handful more, you get yourself to like around a 25. Now, typically speaking, we'd be saying like, that's not the best game. You want to be hitting at least 30, pushing higher where possible. But you get those bonus 15 points as well. You're suddenly right in the mixer. So, other than major barnstorming games where teams pick up huge kills and this guy's about to have a bad day, that will be a kill. Yep, comes on through. But yeah, unless you, other than the massive barnstorming games where you get huge amounts of kills and the win, you do indeed recover what isn't the best lobby so far.
Yeah. And you can see that they're basically trying to regain here. This is the other thing, and I know I spoke about it a few times. We talk about the engine they have to start up, essentially. This is the problem. And if you were in the throes of doing that lather, rinse, repeat, where it's team, UAV, keep going, at the moment they'd be moving in stereo with the UAV. But they don't have that. They need to get it back started, because once you do it, you can start hunting these teams down and get the UAVs up. Unfortunately, they just don't have the opportunity.
That caught me by surprise for a second there. I thought the player had flicked on something weird, but it's okay. It was just an advert, and we are now on board with, I can't quite make out names for now, but
yeah, I think
good amount of kills, 8 with still over 50 left in the lobby.
Yeah, but I will have to call out something here. I've just seen the dual shotguns, and that it's probably viable. I just don't like it. All right, I'm just going to sit here. Bias is fully engaged. You can't drive either. That's because you've got dual shotguns. I'm just going to call it out. And the XM4, that is a really interesting loadout. I haven't seen the XM4 in a while. I just think there are better guns for it, although trying to get and go down. You know what? I don't usually celebrate anybody going down, but dual shotguns I'm not happy about.
Deserve that just for the Julies, for sure. Well,
we'll see. Oh, there we go. We're back on the screen. All right. Well, there's been an awful lot going on in our kill races so far during the Monaco Gaming Show. We are coming on towards the end of our second hour as well. It's been a very interesting time seeing some of these players adapt to going through Enigma. I think the biggest thing for me is dealing with Krampus and just trying to get that UAV kind of spam going.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't seen as much of that silky smooth UAV to advance you have style ongoing throughout this. No particular reason. Maybe Krampus just throwing an ore in every now and again where he's not really wanted. But yeah, definitely plenty to watch and going on. And obviously, as we push into that final hour, we are going to be talking a lot about our leaderboard.
Yeah, we certainly are going to be talking an awful lot about our leaderboard. You can see at the moment we have a new leader and Nova Spartan, currently 169 points in our fair play coefficient adjusted bracket for it as well. But here is what we are going to do. We're going to go to a break. When we come back, we'll be entering into our final hour of the Monaco Gaming Show Warzone Kill Farm with 59 of the best players we can find as well. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you right after this.
It's a war zone, it's a shootout every day. Here we go again. It's a war zone, it's a shootout every day.
PlayStation